All right, it's good to have Skye Macpherson from Colonial First State. How are you, Skye?
Very well, thank you.
Welcome back to. I'm well. Thanks for asking. I'm great. Welcome home. You've just spent a month in the UK.
I did.
Doing a roadshow. Why don't you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, well, I travelled for a month presenting the Global Soft Commodity Share Fund to retail financial planners in the UK who really enjoyed looking at a slightly different asset class.
Okay, so you went from Edinburgh to London, literally a month away.
A month away, drove.
Summer.
Yeah, it was raining. It was cold.
Were you miserable, or was it all right?
No, it was quite nice. Everyone back here was complaining about the heat and humidity. So
okay. All right, and it was a good, successful tour?
It was, yeah. We had very good feedback, and again, I think people enjoyed hearing about something slightly different with the long-term structural demand driver behind it.
Okay, and that's soft commodities?
Soft commodities.
Okay,
soft commodity equities.
Okay, can you just help me and just explain what that is? Not for me, but for anyone who might not know what it is.
So soft commodities is something that is a commodity that is grown rather than mined. So the most common thought of soft commodities would be the broadacre crops that we would grow here in Australia, like wheat or corn or even cotton. But it's much broader than that. We also have dairy, palm oil, forestry, even nuts like almonds, animal protein like chicken and beef. So it's a very broad and varied sector, and importantly, they're all grown globally. Okay,
and the thing is that with population increases, that it's something that we're always going to need those things.
That's right. Everyone has to eat.
Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't sound like it would be a difficult thing to be sort of selling, if an idea to be helping people understand.
Yeah, I think naturally everybody understands the story behind global population growth and also improving incomes in the developing world, and that's leading to a significant increase in food consumption, but also meat consumption, and that's really important for agriculture because animals are really inefficient converters of grain. So we need multiple units of grain to produce a kilo of animal protein, and that's the big driver behind agriculture going forward.
So as a tradable equity, how exciting or how good is it, soft commodity equities versus, as you said, say mining and...
Well, it's been interesting. I think the sector's delivered quite attractive returns. Over the last 8 years, it's been about a 10% per annum growth in global soft commodity equities, and that compares to around a 2% return from the Australian equity market.
Okay. So where do they fit for self-managed super funds?
I think for self-managed super funds, it's quite difficult to get access to soft commodity equities in Australia. There's very few listed companies here, and there's also not a lot of diversification to those different soft commodities and companies that operate in different parts of the agricultural value chain, like equipment manufacturers or seed companies.
Why not? Why aren't there more opportunities here?
Well, I think a lot of these companies have traditionally been listed in the US, like a John Deere or a Monsanto. They might have sales globally, but they're actually listed in the United States.
Right.
So, Australia's representation of agricultural companies is relatively small, considering, we pride ourselves on being quite a large producer here.
Yeah.
Quite a few of our companies have also been taken out by global companies as well.
I like the way you say taken out as well, not taken over, taken out.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's right, but it's right though, isn't it? I mean, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
So how do our self-managed super funds get access in the sector?
Well, that's the attraction of the Global Soft Commodity Share Fund, because we do invest globally. We can give investors access to this really interesting thematic, which they can't necessarily get access to here, or even through global equity or global emerging market managers, because again, there's very little representation of agricultural companies in those indices as well.
Okay, so is that the only way?
Well, you can invest through Global Soft Commodity Share Fund.
Yep.
The other way to access the sector might be through an ETF that invests in the underlying soft commodity prices. However, I think the returns from the soft commodity prices over time haven't been as attractive as the equities. And the reason for that really is around volume growth, the fact that in the future we'll be producing more food to feed more people than what we are today. So we will see increasing level of activity in the agricultural industry in the years to come.
Okay, and so that's pretty well accepted. So obviously you're going to get a lot busier and be working a lot harder.
Yeah, exactly.
You look so happy about it. All right, thanks, Skye. Skye Macpherson.
Thank you very much.
Beauty.